Hi, I'm Ian Gordon, along with Dennis Pitzenbarger and Nick Miles. Thanks for joining us for this holiday episode of Fuel.
On this week's show, Two Behind the Wheels, we're taking a look at Jeep's Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited and VW's GTI, now in a four-door.
And who authorized that hat? It all starts right now.
Fuel is brought to you by the Russ Auto Group.
Hey, welcome back to Fuel. On this week's show, Two Behind the Wheels, we're going to take a look at Jeep's Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited and also a new addition from VW. It's the GTI in a four-door.
That's right. We're also going to see our top picks for 2006.
Right now, we'd like to take a second to thank the Russ Auto Group. They help bring fuel to you each week.
Now it's time for some fuel news.
Imagine driving from Los Angeles to Boston in one day, 3,000 miles. Well, that's how far you'd gone if you were one of these guys racing in this year's 24-hour of Le Mans. Of course, they had one of these.
In reality, it's probably the most famous auto race in the world, and it's certainly the most difficult to win. I mean, it's continuous racing for 24 hours, 3 drivers per car, no let-up. It's a test of man and it's a test of machine. It has a huge history in Europe. I think we have approaching 1 billion people watching on TV.
It's been 50 years since Corvette's legendary engineer, Zora Arkus-Duntov, prodded Chevrolet to make the once stylish Roadster a tough sports car, one that could beat famous European brands in grueling endurance races like Sebring and Le Mans. His argument, win on Sunday, sell on Monday, worked famously. Chevrolet still sells Corvettes, and Corvettes still win races. Corvette racing driver Johnny O'Connell and teammate Ron Fellows just won this America Le Mans Series race at Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin.
It's very much a unique circuit. It's longer than most that we have in America. You've got some tight, slow corners that require good technique, but you've got some very fast corners that require a whole lot of courage.
This is a big year for Corvette. Not only are they celebrating 50 years of racing by winning their class for the 5th time in 6 years at Le Mans, you can now purchase a production version of the race car, a 505-horsepower Corvette Z06, which was co-developed alongside the Le Mans car and shares many of the same technologies. I'm Chris Hansen.
What is your holiday wish this season? A new computer? A flat-panel TV? If you're one of the kids living in a Salvation Army shelter, your wishes would be a little more basic.
I was trying to express no more pain through my pictures of my mama and stuff, so we would have no more pain in our life, no more struggles in our life, because we've been through a lot.
When I get older, I want to go to college, so taking a picture of a college diploma expresses my feelings of what I want to do when I get older.
The photographs Tiffany and Anika took are 2 of the Salvation Army's My Holiday Wish greeting cards, a project designed to bring money and attention to the plight of some of our nation's most underprivileged families. Photojournalist Linda Solomon taught kids living in shelters in Raleigh and Orlando how to compose a picture and sent them out to photograph their holiday wish.
When you have a chance to see these photographs taken by children that are ages 4 through 17, they're going to really touch you. I mean, these children have expressed what's truly in their hearts. Their wishes are for what is important in life, the kinds of things that all of us maybe sometimes take for granted.
General Motors backed the My Holiday Wish program this year, and GM's head of design, Ed Welburn, was on hand to help Solomon choose the photos that would be made into the greeting cards.
To be a part of this was great, but yet it was much more than what I expected. I didn't realize that it would be of this quality, of this kind of passion that was in all the photography.
The young photographers featured in the My Holiday Wish greeting cards live in Salvation Army shelters in Orlando, Florida and Raleigh, North Carolina. You can order the cards for as little as a $25 donation to one of those shelters. I'm Kate Brooks.
With the recent run-up in gas prices and the lingering war in the Middle East, there has been renewed talk of renewable energy sources to power our cars and trucks. Ethanol, a biofuel, can be produced not only from corn, but sugarcane, switchgrass, even wood. and using it instead of gasoline decreases the amount of pollutants a car emits. But ethanol is not new, and the questions that are always asked are, is the price competitive with gasoline, and are there any cars that can run on it? Well, the answers may be coming from two very diverse countries with the same problem.
It was 30 years ago when oil prices went up very quickly, and Brazil was highly dependent on oil imports, and we would have strong economic problems with this oil import expense. So that's why Brazil started the alcohol program.
Through taxes on gasoline and incentives on ethanol made from local sugarcane, Brazil began to wean itself off oil imports.
Recently, we got another goal, which was the introduction of the flex fuel vehicles. These vehicles can run both with ethanol, gasoline, ethanol, and gasoline in any blend. So these vehicles can be used everywhere.
On the other side of the world, Sweden is also dedicated to reducing its dependence on oil. Their ethanol comes from wood products. Flex fuel vehicle owners get special incentives to buy and drive ethanol-capable vehicles. And Swedish automaker Saab now sells over 85% of its popular 9.5 model with flex fuel engines. General Motors produces flex fuel engine vehicles in Brazil, Sweden, and the U.S.
One of the most important things you can do in developing ethanol is to make sure you have the public policy incentives in place. So countries like Brazil had a collective will to become independent from petroleum. And what they've done is really incentivize the development of the ethanol infrastructure, and you see it all over the country.
This is something that I think all of us have a common view of. We want to have something that where the money for this stays home. I just used my credit cards there to buy the tank of gasoline in this vehicle. That money will not end up going abroad. It'll end up staying here at home, and that's what I think is important for everybody to recognize.
I'm Andrew Schmartz.
Still to come on Fuel, we're going to take a look at Volkswagen's GTI, now in a four-door, and we're going to be in the pit. But when Fuel returns, we're going to take a look at the 2007 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited.